Alright, what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper. So today I have a very interesting and very important video about Gorod Krovi and why these zombies' eyes are going to be red in this map, because we noticed that in the trailer, the first thing we saw, Treyarch made a big deal of making sure that we knew that the zombies' eyes were in fact red in this map. Now, the actual first map that we saw red-eyed zombies in was, of course, Mob of the Dead. And this is the first map that the zombies were not traditionally controlled by Samantha with the yellow eyes, or even Richtofen with like the blue eyes like from Black Ops 2. It was a little bit different. It was red and all confused us, and we were jumping to conclusions like this is probably the devil or Lucifer or somebody else controlling these zombies and making their eyes red. But now, that was the only map that we had red-eyed zombies in, but now that we've got the trailer for Gorod Krovi, we see that there are actually red-eyed zombies in this map. Now, there are also blue-eyed zombies, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit, but today we're going to be focusing on the red-eyed zombies in particular. So as a brief recap, let's really quickly talk about the story of Mob of the Dead. You guys know that the four characters, we had Albert Arlington, we had Billy Handsome, Sal DeLuca, and Finn O'Leary, right? These four characters, they were trying to escape Alcatraz, and then they had this plan that Albert Arlington came up with, or the Weasel came up with, and in which they're going to escape the island. But what happened was that plane was never built that they escaped on. That actually never happened. They killed Albert on the rooftop, and then those three were sentenced to death by electric chair the next morning, right? That's kind of what we know what happened. But when we actually play the map, we're in this kind of purgatory afterlife mode where they're stuck repeating the cycle over and over again until you break it, which is of course the concept of the Easter egg. Now, the zombies in this purgatory afterlife mode are not actually controlled by 115, and you can actually go up to this thing in Mob of the Dead, you know, the control panel with the numbers on it, and you actually shock 115 into the code, and it says not this time in this voice, and it changes to 666. So everybody's kind of assuming that this is being controlled by somebody else, most likely the devil, as it changes to the number 666, which is of course, you know, the number of the beast. And now we see these red-eyed zombies in Gorod Krovi, and we kind of figure, it's probably more than likely that the same guy who's controlling the zombies from Mob of the Dead is also controlling the ones in the new map. And it would be safe to assume so, because I believe that is in fact the case. I believe whoever is controlling it in Mob of the Dead, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, is also controlling them in Gorod Krovi as well. So my theory is here, my kind of speculation is that they're in a slightly altered universe from maps like Der Eisendrache, but they're in a parallel universe to Mob of the Dead. So with that being said, I think it's going to answer a lot of questions that we've had about Nikolai and the Weasel and their kind of relation, and how, you know, the Weasel can actually hear Nikolai's name. We've wondered about that for years now, like 3 years already. He's been able to hear Nikolai, and we don't know exactly why. I feel like this map is going to answer that. I'm really excited for that, but I feel like since they're in this parallel universe, or in this altered universe compared to the other ones, it makes sense. Now, some further proof that they are in fact in a different universe is if you take a look at the robots. The German robot from Origins, this is what this looks like. Okay, get this image in your mind real quick, just kind of mentally scan this thing, and then this is the fallen robot on a building in the new map Gorod Krovi. Now, this is actually a Russian version of this giant, and we didn't know, I mean, we've never seen any other, I guess, types of these giants. They've always been the German kind. We can see it in the giant in Black Ops 3, and we also saw it, you know, its debut was in Origins, but we've never seen like a different countries or different model of these. But that just goes to show that they're in a slightly different universe as the ones that we are currently in with their Eisendrache or Zetsubou or whatever. They're just in a slightly different universe, and that's most likely where they ended up doing. That's probably what they had to do to switch universes. Right after the Zetsubou Easter egg, when you went to that white screen, they teleported somewhere else and then right back to Zetsubou. They had to go do something really quick, but it was like an instantaneous thing. We don't know what they did at all, but they're most likely either switching up universes or doing something in order for them to come to Gorod Krovi at this time in this specific universe, in this specific era, right? So everything I laid out right there has pretty much been supported by all this evidence. We do have a lot of evidence supporting all those points I made, but I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is something that I have literally no evidence for, but this is just my entire theory. This is just off Chopper's brain, so take this with a grain of salt. You know, just kind of take this for what this is. Now, we know that the Ascension group, you know, Dr. Gersh and Yuri are going to be featured in this map in some way, in some form of the story, right? So, you guys know at the end of the Ascension Easter egg, as Dr. Gersh got transported in his own Gersh device and was put into his new form, which was that white wisp that we see at the end of the Ascension Easter egg, do you think that, okay, so we did know he wandered over to Russia, right? Whatever his new form is currently, if he's still in that wisp, he ended up in Russia, as we did get a cipher from him in Zetsubou no Shima confirming that he's in this new form. Do you think that maybe he was able to get control somehow? He was able to get some more power and able to take control of the zombies in the Mob of the Dead universe and also the Gorod Krovi universe. That is something to think about. I really don't know. Dr. Gersh could be controlling the zombies, but literally, like I said, this is just me going out on a limb, and this is kind of my own theories and speculation on this. So take this with a grain of salt, but let me know what you guys think about that theory. I mean, it could be possible, it might not, who knows. We will see when this comes out. I feel like this is going to answer a ton of questions that we've had over the past couple years in zombies. So that is pretty much all I got for you guys today. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had to go through a lot of research, just kind of, you know, evidence to back up my claims here. But anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, make sure you guys do leave a like. Let's aim for 40 likes on this video. That'd be awesome. Thank you all for watching again, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.